Alright guys, it's Tuesday and we're going to be focusing on patterns and graphings. Yesterday we did a coordinate pair, so you already know how to plot points on a coordinate grid. Today you're going to learn how to use patterns and graphs to help you solve problems. So the first thing, we're going to have an example. In our example today, once we copy our title down and our essential question and we update our math notebooks, we're going to switch over to graph paper for today. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to leave this here, so if you need to pause this to catch up, make sure your table of contents is updated, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch to graph paper. Same thing on my graph paper, I'm going to have 16-2, patterns and graphing. And then I'm going to have an example. And now this example you can't find in your book, so you need to pay attention. The question is going to be, Sally measured the height of her bean plant. Bean plant and got the following results. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a table. So create my table, I'm going to go 2 down. I need one box that's a little bit bigger. So we're going to use 3 grids for the first box. And then we're going to create 4 1-grid boxes. Okay, and on the top we're going to have day. On the bottom we're going to have height. And then we're going to use centimeters, cm. Okay? Then we're going to have 1, 2, 5, 7. And then the centimeters is 2, 4, 10, 14. Okay? Next thing we want to know is, so if you need to go ahead and pause here to get your graph and get your question, go ahead and do that. Next thing we want to know is Sally wants to show the growth of her plant on a graph. Which variable should we place on the x-axis? So in order to determine a variable for the x-axis, we need to look at the cause, or the independent factor. Well, the independent factor or the cause of her plant growing is the amount of days it grows for. So day would go on the x-axis. And the thing that changes the effect, the thing that's being affected by our cause, which is height, is affected by days. We're going to put that on the y-axis. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, so I'm going to draw a grid, and then I'm going to start, let me see about this. I need to be able to go 2, 4, 10, and 14. So if I count by 2s on my grid, I'm going to need to go 7 places up. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to try to start all the way over here in the corner. Let me go right here, because I want to make sure I leave myself enough room. And there's my origin, or my 0, 0. And then I'm going to go up 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go up 7, and I'm going to put my arrow on 8. Remember, this is a ray, so it's continuously going. And then over here, I know I need to get to 7, so I'm going to have to count by 1s on that for day 7. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go up 1 more to 8, and then I'm going to draw my ray right there. Remember, it's continuous. This is going to be my x-axis. This is going to be my y-axis. Okay. Then I need to number these. Make sure this is going to have day. This is going to have height. Centimeters. Make sure when I'm numbering this, guys, I'm doing it on the line, not in the grid space. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the same thing, that's for my days. For my height, I'm going to go by 2. So I'm going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And then, so we've already determined how many days we need, that the height's going on the y-axis, and we determined how many centimeters we need. So we did it by 2. So now what I want you guys to do is I want you to pause the video, and I want you to work out and graph the points. And I'll go ahead and do the first point for you, and it would be day, which would be 1, 2. So we're going to go up 1 on the day, and then we're going to go to 2. And right here, under here, we're going to put 1, 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go, the next thing we'll do is we'll go to 2, 4. So what I need you guys to go ahead and do is I need you guys to go ahead and graph the rest of the other 2 points. And then after you graph it, you're going to need to get a ruler, and we're going to go ahead and connect the points. So I'll connect the first 2. And what I would like you guys to do is pause the video, plot the last 2 and connect them, and then restart the video. Alright, so you guys should have joined back now. And now that we have all 4 points plotted, we want to take our ruler and we want to connect them. And then what do you notice about the graph? It seems to lie in a straight line. When can you use a line to show the pattern of data? We can use a ruler to draw the connecting points. So let's plot our predictions for the height of the plant on day 4. So on day 4, we don't have a height for it from her table, but using this line, we can gather that information. So if we look at day 4 and we go up and we find out where it crosses the y-axis, our point, where it crosses the 4, our point would be 8. Now if I go up day 4 and I go up, our point would be right here. And that would be day 4. So by drawing a line and connecting the data, we can find out information that wasn't originally in the table. So what you guys need to go ahead and do now, you guys are going to do guided practice. And guided practice is on page 370. And you guys are going to do 1 through 4. And then once you're done with that, you're going to get checked by Miss Russell or I. Remember, I want you guys to use the graph paper. And if you need to make a graph, let me see about this. Let me tell you what you can do. Number 1, number 2. You don't have to make any graphs for guided practice. On independent practice, you need to make a graph. And each problem, like 7, 8, is going to require their own graph. And so is 10. So you won't be able to use the same graph, but you need to use the graph paper. So once you're done with guided practice, get it checked by Ms. Russell or I. And then for independent practice, page 371. We're going to do 1 through 11. I mean 5 through 11 all. Alright guys, have a great day. Come ask any questions if you need. Make sure you have a ruler. Comment in the YouTube page. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what you guys thought of this example. Was it helpful? Was it not helpful? And don't forget to subscribe. Alright, have a great day.